Happy day, dear students. In this video, you're going to understand how to write a menu-driven program in Java. Okay. The example, what we have taken is to perform addition or subtraction depending on user's requirement. If the user wants to perform addition, we are going to do that. Or subtraction, do that. Or if the user does not want anything, just come out. Okay, so this we are going to continue till the user wants to terminate. Fine, this is what we are going to do. Now, what is a menu-driven program? So, a program will display a list of choices. Say, for example, 1 addition, 2 subtraction. Now, user will have to select an option. Okay. Say, for example, if the user types 1, addition. If the user types 2, subtraction. If the user types 3, exit from the program. So this is usually common in console applications because if you're going to have a GUI application, there you have the buttons. No, it's all graphical based. So you don't require a menu type there. Whereas here it's all in text form. So we use menu driven programs commonly for or usually for console applications. So this will help you to create interactive program. For example, let us take the ATM option, where you can do either a deposit or withdrawal or inquiry. All these are possible. When there are more than one option a user can perform, we'll have to ask the choice what the user wants to do. That is where your menu-driven program comes into play. Then display the menu. Okay, so when you're displaying the menu, list all the menus. Now, we are going to take the input from the user. Just observe the order I'm saying. That is how how this flow chart is drawn. So I'm going to display the menu. Okay, then you're going to get the input from the user for the choice, what the choice or what the operation the user wants and the numbers for the operation. Then I'm going to perform the operation, display the result. Again, ask again. Go back, display menu, take the choice input from the user, perform operation, then show the result. Again, ask. So if the user wants to exit, the user will give the option 3. In that case, it exits and ends the program. If the user gives some number 1 or 2, it goes back again to display menu, then takes the input, perform the operation, shows the result. Okay, right. Now in this case, when you see, we need to know how to get the input from the user. So for that, we are going to use scanner class. Okay, so scanner class, just a minute. So we're talking about this scanner class. Here you can see we have to use the scanner class. Okay. So when I'm using the scanner class, I will have to import that package. So import java.util.scanner. That is where my scanner class is present. So let me import first to my program. Then create a scanner object. So class name, object name equals new class name. That's the syntax. Let me repeat. When I want to create an object, class name, object name equals new class name. So scanner is the class name. Object name is SC. This is what I'm going to use. Equal to new class name. The system.in means I'm going to get the input through a keyboard. Okay. Then I can get this, use this object, scanner object, get the input. So sc dot next int. If I wanted an integer. If I wanted a double, sc dot next double, and so on. Okay. So I get the integer input from the user, assign it to choice. Okay. So anytime you want to get the input from the user, first step is import the scanner package, then create a scanner object. Then using the scanner object, you can get the input from the user. Then, okay. So you know how to get the input from the user. Now I told you, you're going to repeat it, right? So when you see the program structure, you can see you're going to ask again. So this is going to be repeated, right? So to repeat it, definitely if I'm going to repeat a set of statements, I need a loop. Here, I will not be able to use a for loop because I don't know how many times I'm going to repeat. So I can use either a while loop or a do while loop. So if I want to use a while loop, I can put the entire code inside while true block. So the condition is always true. So whatever is inside this will execute infinite number of times. Okay, so while true, I'm going to put the entire code inside this, meaning it's going to repeat infinite number of times because the condition is always true. So in the place of condition, it's true. So it's always true. Then how do I exit? When the choice is 3, I'm going to exit. Okay, fine. The next. How do I use a switch statement? So why do I need a switch statement? Because I'm going to display menus. If choice equal to 1, I'm going to perform addition. If choice equal to 2, subtraction. Choice equal to 3, exit. So I can either use a if else or switch. But when I use switch, it looks very neat and clean. And it's also more clear. So I'm going to use a switch. So the switch, how do I use? Switch of choice. Choice is the variable name. I'm going to get the input from the user. If choice is equal to 1, case 1. If choice is equal to 2, case 2. If choice is equal to 3, case 3. Okay, so we need a scanner class. We need a while loop to continue multiple times. We need a switch case for a menu option. Right. Hope you have understood this. Let us try to do this program now. I opened a online compiler. Okay. So as I said, so I need 3 variables, right? One for number, operand 1, operand 2, the other one is choice. Okay. So we are going to have 2 numbers and the choice. So let me declare it first. Okay. Now, let me open the, as I told you, the loop. So this loop is going to be, okay, so while true. So I'm going to write everything inside this while true so that it repeats multiple times, right? Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the, first display the menu, right? First display the menu. So let me write system.out.println, press 1 for addition, okay, 2 for subtraction, 3 to exit. Fine. Okay. So now this will be displayed. Now what should the user do? The user will have to give the option. Okay. Now for that, I'm going to use a scanner, right? So before, I'll have to import java.util.scanner because I'm going to get the input from the user. So first step, import it. Then create a scanner object. I'm creating the scanner object outside the while loop because once I create the object, I can just use it. I need not create the object every now and then. Okay. So scanner SE equals new scanner or system.in. Fine. Now I can use this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the choice from the user. So choice equals sc dot next int. Okay. Then the user gives a choice. Okay. Now I'm going to get the numbers. Now, when do I get the numbers? When choice is not equal to 3. If choice is equal to 3, I need not get the numbers. I can directly go to switch case and exit, right? So, if choice is not equal to 3, okay? In that case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the input from the user. So, system.out.println, enter two numbers. Okay. Fine. Then I'm going to get the input op1 equals sc dot next int. Similarly, op2 equals sc dot next int because I'm getting two numbers as input. Okay. So I'm getting the choice first. If choice equal to 3, I need not get the numbers. That is why I'm giving this condition. If choice is not equal to 3, only then I'm going to get this. If choice is equal to 3, what happens? I don't need the number. I can just exit from the program. Okay. Now, okay, I've got the choice. I've got the numbers. Now, I will have to perform that particular operation. So, what I can do, I can use a switch case. Switch of choice. Okay. Now, if it is case 1, I will have to print the sum of two numbers, right? So let me print system.out.println result equals plus, what is the result? OP1 plus OP2. That's it. Now this case is over. Let me put a break here. Otherwise, what happens? It continues with the next case, right? Again, case 2. Same thing. Let me copy this. But this is subtraction. Okay, fine. Case 3 is system.out.println thank you exiting. Okay, that's it. Fine. That's all. So now what happens? How do I exit from the program? I use a break. What does a break do? It terminates. Okay. So after I print this, I'll just put a break. Okay. Fine. So let us see. I'm getting the declaring 3 variables. This is an infinite loop. Everything is infinite. Now I'm getting the choice from the user. If choice is not equal to 3, get the numbers. Else what you can do? Else you can just break. Okay. So here, instead of me putting this here, I can put it there. Else what I can do is, I don't require a case 3 at all here. Okay. So what happens, you can see, this is for getting the input from the user. Okay. I'm going to get 3 integer inputs from the user. So 3 variables. Fine. Now everything is inside while loop. So while true, that means the loop is going to execute infinite number of times. When am I going to come out of the program? When choice is equal to 3. Okay. So get the menu, display the menu, get the menu. If choice is not equal to 3, what you're going to do? You're going to get the input of two numbers. If choice is equal to 3, it goes to else part and it prints thank you exiting break. What does a break do? Break exits from the loop. Okay, so there are two uses of break. One, if I put the break inside this loop like this, it comes out of the loop. If I put a break here in the switch case, it comes out of the switch case. Okay, so if choice is not equal to 3, what will happen? It gets the input and depending on the choice, the appropriate case. Say if choice equal to 1, this will execute. Okay, if choice is equal to 2, this will execute. Fine. So let us run this program and see whether it's working fine. Let me reduce the size. So here you can see. So press 1, it's giving here. If I give 3, what happens? Thank you, exiting, right? So it's working fine. Now let us run this program again and see. Okay, now let me press 1, enter two numbers, 10 and 2. The result is 12. Again, it's displaying the menu here. Let me give 2. I'll give 10 and 2. So it's subtraction. Result is 8. Again, if I want, I can repeat it. So 2 and 2, the result is 0. Now I wanted to come out of the program 3, thank you, exiting, and it comes out. The program works perfectly fine. Right? So hope you understand this. Have a great day. Please go through the